Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ever17, the Out of Infinity. And we are maybe about done with it. They are down in Himmel. They got Takshi and the kid have both been infected with Tief Blau. Yu has not shown any signs of it. Whether or not she's infected or not, who knows? They found some vials of serum, or the dog did, PB did, and somehow, and they took the serum. Pretty much what the story is up to this point. Oh, and Coco is in one of the what do they call it? It's a pod for pod-lot treatments. Oxygen depressurization. I don't remember what they called it. Some sort of healing type thing. Anyway, that's the story up to now. So, are they gonna live or are they gonna die? Who knows? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you should probably give yourself a shot too, don't you think you? The next shot had already been prepared, but for some reason you were stalling. She started coughing suddenly. Okay, hey, give yourself a shot quickly. She wouldn't stop coughing. Her arm holding onto the syringe started to shake. Her coughing finally stopped, but her hands wouldn't go still. What's wrong? You're not feeling well. You want me to give the shot to you? Oh my gosh. I think I'd rather die from bleeding through every orifice than get a little shot. Well, I guess with phobias there is no logic. Yeah, really. I mean, I guess people are so deathly afraid of spiders. Would probably take a bullet if it meant being able to avoid a spider. Well, maybe not that extreme, but I guess phobias don't have logic is the point that I'm making. Huh? You didn't have any problem sticking everyone else. You puffed out her cheeks stubbornly. What are you talking about? Your life's on the line here. What are you gonna do? Give me that syringe, you. Reaching out quickly, I latched onto Yu's arm. Tsugumi, hold her down. Tsugumi forced Yu to sit on the bed and held her so she couldn't move. Stop complaining. I grabbed onto Yu's arm and stuck the needle in it. Stop squirming around so much. Stop complaining, you can't do it yourself. Shut up. Yes, that's what we're trying to prevent. You idiot! We're giving you this so you won't die. Tsugumi slumped her shoulders. Yu was throwing a tantrum like a spoiled child. Small droplets of red stained the white sheets of the bed. After that, you got scanned on the LMRI. As suspected, she had come down with TB. We didn't have room to mess around anymore. Ultimately, you wouldn't let me do it, so she ended up giving her... Oh, you mean after all that, they still didn't give it to her? Really? Complaining the whole time and with tears in her eyes. I'm not sure how long our condition will hold with just one shot. Hey you, do you think we can do anything after it stops working? She was sitting at the computer terminal, silently typing at the keyboard. You, tell me what we can expect. She sounds like she's still ill at us. Alright, alright.
とにかくやってみるから。誰かが通信ソフトにロックをかけて、ここから外に連絡できなくしてる。でも時々外から混線気味に通信データが入ってくるのを見つけたから、ロックを外せれば、あるいはまともに通信できるようになるかもしれない。何の連絡の手立てもなかったレミューよりはまだ希望があるよ。
Alright, show me what you got, genius.
Okay.
I left you for a while and went to look at the monitor attached to the capsule pod. Sugimi came over to stand next to me and looked at the monitor. She's in serious but stable condition. According to the monitor, it would be 4 hours before Coco could leave the pod. The pod was full of high pressurized oxygen. We couldn't take Coco out of there until the time had come. Yeah, let's get it ready. But for some reason we couldn't get the hatch on the furthest pod to close. It wasn't easy, but I took the dead researcher out of his pod and set him down outside. Mr. T.Y. He was dead. It looked like he was smiling at the very end, but his expression had betrayed his agony after all. It was probably best that Coco hadn't seen her father's dead face. I guess they were both bad off enough to where... Yeah, was she unconscious when they brought her down? Yeah, she was she? Yeah. She was, yeah. I need to move on, or otherwise I can do that all day. Sugimi sterilized the pod and finished cleaning up. I shook awake the kid who was sleeping in the bed. Hey kid, the pod's ready. Wake up.
Takeshi.
He slowly opened his eyes. Sorry to wake you, kid, but I needed to get in the capsule pod.
What?
He opened his eyes wide at my words. There's only one pod that we can really use, so get in.
Yada!
What?
Yada! どうして僕だけそんな抜け駆けみたいなことはできないよ
Seniority, punk. Get in. It's not like that. It's about how sick you are. You're the most serious case after Coco. And you're also the youngest, which means you kinda have the most to live for.
それでも嫌だ一旦ポットに入ったらしばらく出られないんだろ嫌だよ僕はココのそばにいたいんだ
Getting up out of bed, the kid staggered quickly over to Coco's pod.
みんなが一緒に助かるって分かるまでここを動きたくない
He clung to the pod. I thought about trying to pull him off, but he seemed absolutely determined not to move. You stupid brat! What the hell are you saying? Forgetting my own exhaustion, I began shouting at the kid. Don't you want to escape? If you want to get out, you have to listen to me. If you get any worse, even if you get in the pod, it might be too late.
でも
Listen, there's only one more shot of the serum left. I pointed to the orange capsule left on the empty bed. I actually don't know where he's going with that. What? Wait. Why is there only one left? All of a sudden the questions flew. What? Tsugumi didn't take one? Yeah. Yeah. He turned away from the terminal as well? Oh, they don't know. Okay, yeah, they don't know.
何言ってるのよ。そのアンプルはココの分でしょ。
Tsugumi mumbled with her face slightly turned away.
そっか。
Everyone's gaze finally rested on Tsugumi.
ねえ、つぐみ。私、あなたに注射をまだしてない。それが、どうしたっていうの？
Tsugumi mumbled with her eyes averted.
さっき、忘れたままだったの。少年と倉成にアンプルを注射して、その後私が暴れてそのまま。だから4つあったアンプルは1つだけ残ってる。
That's what the math says. Getting up from the terminal, you spoke acidly. Acidly?
すぐみ、体調はどうなの？辛くないの？
Come to think of it, Tsugumi didn't have any symptoms. And come to think of it, her story is nowhere near being done, is it? Because she knew that crap was going down before it happened, so. Hey, I'm just realizing that the reason that she's actually in the place in LeMU hasn't been explained. Crap. She didn't show any signs of the TB virus. I dredged up Tsugumi's old words from the depths of my memory. Highly improved immune system and increased metabolic efficiency. Telomeres that could continue to rejuvenate. It couldn't be. Wait.
スキャンを受けてつぐみ。今すぐに。
Cure virus P carrier. Tsugumi's genetic makeup had been altered by Cure, giving her incredible regenerative powers against illness and injuries. Tsugumi had also been infected with TB, but she'd already been able to make the antibodies to drive out the virus. Cure. Tsugumi had gone beyond the normal human capability. She had mentioned that she was special. Successful cases of genetic manipulation were probably exceedingly rare.
キュレイ。
Looking at the results from the LMRI scan, you nodded.
レミューのデータベースで見つけて。それ以前に一度だけ聞いたことがあったけど。
Oh, you had? Okay.
つぐみがキュレイのキャリアだったなんて。軽蔑してもらって結構よ。軽蔑だなんてそんな。じゃあ怖い？私が怖いでしょ、ユウ。本当は関わり合いになりたくないと思っていたんでしょ。そんなことないよ。
You shook her head fiercely.
どうしてそう思うのよ。だって
Tsugumi bit her lips and said,
私だけがほらこうして苦しまずにいるじゃないの。あなたたちが血を吐いてやがて床に這うのを心の中で嘲笑っているかもしれないのよ。
Well, guess if you're laughing at them while they're coughing up blood, that would be kind of a jerk move, but just from being there, you know. Somebody who's resistant can make a really good comforter, you know. Like they don't have to worry about getting sick, so they can sit there and hold their hand, you know, be like, everything's good, everything's gonna be okay.
そういうひどい人間なのよ。
Laugh at them.
私は。
Ah, you're not that cruel, Tsugumi. You couldn't look Tsugumi in the eyes.
そうは思わないよ、僕は。
Clutching Coco's pod, the kid spoke up.
つぐみがひどいやつだなんて思っていないよ。だってつぐみはココを助けたことがあるじゃないか。命がけで誰かを助けたことがあるじゃないか。
だから何なのよ。私は今そうしたことを悔いている。ココは今ティーフ・ブラウンによって苦しめられているじゃないの。ポットの中で苦しんでいるじゃないの。私が気まぐれで彼女を救ったりしなければそんなことにはならなかった。
The kid turned away from Tsugumi. Tsugumi! Stop it right now. I yelled up with her with all my might. I ran over to her and grabbed her by the collar. Are you still talking garbage like that? Saying things you don't mean?
本心よ。
Stop lying to yourself.
嘘なんかじゃない。だって事実だもの。私だけが今ティーフ・ブラウンにかかっていない。
I'll let go of Tsugumi.
どうたけし。事実を受け入れる気になってくれた？
Tsugumi was probably just pretending to smile at me. Yeah, it's an indisputable fact. Fine, I'll accept it. But you might just help us get better.
なんですって？
Just then Tsugumi's expression became serious. Well, I'm not a doctor, so can't really tell, but smallpox, penicillin, snake antivenom. You're pretty smart. This should make sense to you, right?
まさかそんな。
It's our only chance. Your body is creating antibodies to the Tief Blau virus. We'll use that. If we can get those antibodies, then there's a small chance we can fight off Tief Blau.
無茶よ。馬鹿げてる。
Tsugumi's expression was getting more and more worked up.
そんなに簡単じゃないのよ。抗生物質やワクチンを生成するのは浅はかにも程があるわ。うかつにそんなことをしてみんなが死んでしまったらどうするのよ。
If we don't do anything, we're dead anyway. She sucked in her breath. Without moving, Tsugumi's expression turned to ice. You and the kid, who had been staring at the ground the whole time, raised their heads and looked at me. That's right. If we don't do anything, we're dead. And if that's the case, it's better that we take this risk, no matter how small our chance of survival. Damn it, not another nosebleed. A nosebleed and I'm coughing up blood. Can't believe how lame this is. I wiped off my nose and my chin. What? You're going to laugh at me, Tsugumi, for being such a dork? Come on, laugh, Tsugumi. I held out my hand toward her. It was covered in blood.
近寄らないで。嫌よ、私は。
Shaking her head fiercely, Tsugumi backed away.
クラナリ。
Shh. You was moving to stand up, but I lifted a hand signaling her to stop.
聞いてクラナリ。つぐみも。
You opened her mouth to talk from where she was seated at the terminal.
この診療室の奥に簡単なラボがあるの。遠心分離器のついたアンプル生成用のマシンも備えられている。あれなら素早く正確にティーフ・ブラウ抗体を抽出できるかもしれない。ティーフ・ブラウをスキャンで見つけられるんだから、きっと抗体もスキャンで見つけ出して抽出できるはずよ。
She continued to talk in a low, calm voice. Tsugumi, please help us. I'm asking you.
来ないで。たけし、私に触らないで。
I had backed her up all the way to the bed.
そうまでして生きるなんて。一度キュレイになれば戻れないの。どんな目に遭うか分かってるの？
She couldn't go back any further. Sugumi searched for the bed behind her with her hand. With the tip of her outstretched hand, she brushed across the only dose of serum left. But we don't know that the Curie virus will infect everyone. Even you. You said you were special, right? Please, I'm begging you. Let me take a gamble so that everyone can live. I stood quietly in front of Sugumi. My legs were unsteady. My vision was hazy. But I stepped forward strongly and stood up straight. I looked deeply into Sugumi's eyes. I was trying to look inside to see what lay behind them.
もう人でいられなくなるのよ。みんなにあんな辛い思いをさせたくはないの。
Large tears welled up in her eyes.
いやよ、私は。
Oh, okay. I slapped Sugumi on the side of her face. She clenched her jaw tightly against the pain and glared at me. Just then, I pounced on the remaining dose of serum, stealing it out of Sugumi's hand. I took it and smashed it into 1,000 pieces onto the cold, hard surface of the examination room floor. It let out a sad little sound and splintered into powdery fragments.
何するのよ。
There's no other way. We've only got one option open to us now.
バカ。なんてバカなことしてくれるのよ。そんなことしなくたって私が逆らえないの知ってるくせに。
With her lips trembling and her shoulders shaking, Sugumi sank down onto the bed. Yeah, I know.
バカ野郎。人でなし卑怯者。
She nestled up close to me and began to cry. I don't care what you say. I don't care how much you curse me.
バカバカ。もししくじったら本気で恨むわよ、たけし。
It's okay. It's going to be okay. I promise you, we're all going to get out of this okay. Oh, great, she's crying. She raised her voice in a loud wail. She started crying like a small child. She threw away everything that was holding her back and cried with everything she had. You started operating the terminal. The refining machine whirred to life. The scanner also started to move. Wiping away her tears, she stuck out her arm. You gently took her arm and drew some blood. The whole time Sugumi held on to my hand. She continued to cry, letting out sobs occasionally. My consciousness started to fade. I lost all sense of time. It was hard to tell if it was reality or a dream. I remember the last time that this music was going, so I don't know what's going to happen. Am I alive? Or am I dead? Where am I thinking about all these things?
もう大丈夫。うまくいったと思う。注射の用意はもうできてる。だからあとはつぐみお願い。これでもし目覚めなかったら許さないから。あなたのこと許さないから。
From her, that's meaning a lot.
つぐみ、 どこに行くの？
ああ、私ね、友達を上に置いてきちゃったのよ。
Oh, yeah, duh.
迎えに行かなくちゃ。大切な私の友達、ジャンガリアンハムスター。名前はチャミ。
シャミ？
じゃあね。
Hey, this is like 6 hours. Okay. I woke from my stupor. A stale, cold feeling. I realized I'd been sleeping sprawled on the floor. I slowly raised my body. I tried opening and closing my fists. Strange. The movement left me with an uncomfortable sensation, like it wasn't my own. I shook my head. I tried slapping my cheek. I breathed in the cold air and breathed out. Strange. The inside of my head stayed dull and murky. I dragged myself to consciousness, forcefully reeling myself back to clarity. Putting my hands on the floor, I pulled up my heavy, aching body. My feet faltered, but somehow I managed to stand. I looked around the infirmary. I saw several used syringes scattered on the floor. The kid was still slumped against Coco's pod. He looked disturbingly bad, just completely out of it. Scummy was nowhere to be seen. I wonder where she had gone to. He was half slumped over the terminal console, snoring away. She looked like she was in some pain and was perspiring in her sleep. Her hand was pushed against a panel as if she had been in the middle of typing. On the monitor, auto-repeated strands of letters were lined up without meaning. What the? I heard a strange sound. I reinserted the voice converter into my ear. It wasn't a problem with the converter. Oh, crap.
第3 EBF 応答してください。こちらは海上保安庁特殊救難隊インゼルヌルより指示を行っています。
I could hear a voice coming from the speaker. I hurried over to the terminal and removed Yu's hands from it, taking over the control panel. It'd be funny if he just like shoved her into the floor, took over. Hello. This is the IBF infirmary. Over.
第3 EBF か。こちらインゼルヌル管制室海上保安庁特救隊本部。こちらの通信が聞こえるか？
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Loud and clear. Yeah. Was somehow able to force out an answer. Voices spilled out from the other end of the line. Hey, there's survivors down there. I can't believe it. That's amazing. That's what I wanted to say. It seemed like you had been able to restore the communication
これから
lines.
大至急救難隊を向かわせる。第3 EBF のプールは使用可能か？
Yeah, it should be fine, yeah.
要救助者の場所と数はわかるか？
In the examination room, there are 5. No, 6.
6名だな。了解した。民間サルベージ機関の深海潜水艇にこちらの救難隊員が同乗している。到着次第、指示に従って脱出してくれ。
How long till they get here?
できるだけ急がせるが、約1時間後になる。
1 hour. Coco should be able to get out of the pod by then. I just have to hope we have that long.
だが、万一の際には、研究所内に残されている深海探査用の潜水艇があるはずだ。すまないが、そこに避難するよ。
Something goes wrong. What do you mean?
レミューの核兵器強度はすでに限界を超えている。もしも一部分が悪化するようなことにでもなれば、どこかのエリアが崩落し、沈没する危険がある。いずれにしろ、重量のある破片が落下し、研究所上部にぶつかることが予想される。
Yeah, that would be bad. I agree. You don't say.
もちろんそのような事態になる前に迅速な救助が行えるよう我々も最善を尽くす。必ず救助に向かう。もうしばらく待っていてくれ。
The communications cut out suddenly. Great Scott, I don't remember this at all. I don't know if if that memory is correct, but don't tell me. Don't tell me. Yeah, do not tell me. I will find out in the next episode if they're able to get rescued. It's about time. We've been just sitting down here chilling, eating chicken sandwiches, playing tag, you know, serious stuff that you do in an emergency, and I've just been out there probably doing the same. Sheesh. But yeah, don't tell me nothing much. But I'll continue this next time and maybe finish. I hope you enjoyed this. Farewell, folks.